you're starting a clothing brand but are on a budget, in this video we're going to show you how to launch and grow using something called Wholesale Blanks and the signature product strategy. Now with Wholesale Blanks, you can get custom looking products without the need to spend thousands of dollars to manufacture your own in order to launch. And if you don't believe that you can launch a brand this way, well, in the previous video that we linked up in the cards right here, we show you how we took a $50 wholesale jacket, customized it, and then demanded prices up to $1,000. So if I got your attention right now, you may be wondering, what is the signature product strategy? Well, some of the most iconic streetwear brands that we know today started with a simple t-shirt and used what's called the signature product strategy in order to leverage that t-shirt design and maximize the brand's recognition and profit margins. To put it simply, guys, a signature product is a product that the brand is well known for. It's one individual product with one individual design that could then be split up to many different colors and variants, allowing them to grow their profit margins. A clear example of this is the streetwear brand Supreme. Supreme was founded in 1994 by James Jebbia in the capital of streetwear, New York City. The foundation of the brand's success is based on the brand's famous box logo. Supreme's logo became one of the most recognizable logos in the world in the span of just a few years, all thanks to the signature product strategy. Today, Supreme has developed products that have grown beyond just a wholesale blank, but they got their start and they were able to scale the brand by selling a box logo tee that was available in a variety of colors and variants. The genius behind this marketing is that every time Supreme sold a box logo tee, the customer became a walking billboard for the brand by simply wearing it. Because if you saw somebody wearing a Supreme t-shirt while you're walking around New York City, you could easily identify the word Supreme inside of a red box, which helped the brand gain a recognition and ultimately develop the identity that they're known for today. Supreme is a prime example of a brand that was able to leverage the signature product strategy to become an easily identifiable name in the fashion industry and then smoothly transition into the brand that we know it as today without boxing itself into just another t-shirt brand. Hence why it's called a signature product strategy. It's simple marketing, guys, but in order to be successful with this, it's not just gonna be branding and marketing alone. It's also gonna require the quality t-shirt and the blank that you select, because in order to build a cult following, you need repeat loyal customers. And how does a brand obtain loyal customers? That's right, it begins with quality. So what can you learn from this? As a brand owner, you should be finding the blanks that are gonna help you stand out in a crowded market. Blanks that can represent your brand and allow you to raise your selling price but keep customers coming back. And in this video, we're showing you different types of wholesale blanks that you could choose from and also give you some ideas into how you can customize them to help your brand stand out. And joining me today are some very special guests from AS Color, a company that actually invited us out to their headquarters in New Zealand. This company does premium quality wholesale blanks, and what I witnessed and experienced in that country was something that I needed to share with you guys, because for the very first time, I was actually able to see how a company operates on a global scale. The attention to detail, the right product offering, and the team is what gets you there, and I was able to witness it firsthand. So if you missed our previous video where we show you how they do this, I linked it in the cards right up above, and I encourage you to watch that. Take some notes because this is the level that you want to get on. But right now, I want to start with how some of the most successful brands today are actually leveraging technology in the printing industry as well as wholesale blanks to grow an international brand. Joining me right now is Larry, who's a founder of AS Color. He started with very humble beginnings, pouring his life savings into launching this wholesale company with just one t-shirt. At the time, he had to personally sell those products to make sure that the business was gonna survive. And over the years, he's now been able to sell to thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of different brand owners around the world. AS Color has been an incredible resource to so many brand owners. And over the years, the technology has changed and the innovation has really come to this industry. And Larry's actually going to be talking about how you can leverage the technology as well as a wholesale blank to expand your brand globally at the push of a button. You're going to want to listen in on this, so get ready to take some notes.
Yeah, so if you look at the rise of, say, DTG, there's lots of DTG printers now that print globally. They might have print shops in each country so they can supply close to market to reduce freight, and everyone's worried about, their global footprint of freight and shipping. So by having warehouses in each of Europe, you've got 2 warehouses in the US, we've got a warehouse in New Zealand and Australia, you can have the product quick to market. So a lot of the DTG, suppliers are using us on a global scale, and also bands is a big customer group for us. So a band can tour, in England, it can tour in North America, can tour in Australasia, and they can get access to the same t-shirt, which is a great thing for them.
So as a brand owner or as a musician or as any company that's selling, you know what to expect because every product is being made the same, right?
Yeah, and it's exact coming from the same source, and you can get the same thing, and you know what you like and you like what we do. So you've just got that consistency. You're not having to try and find 5 different suppliers across 5 different locations.
Designing, marketing, and selling are crucial elements of your brand success, but logistics is also what makes or breaks a business. Being able to manage your supply chain, which links all of your creative efforts, will actually allow your brand to grow or stagnate. Traditionally, when we talk about wholesale, t-shirts come to mind. But it's not just t-shirts anymore, because today you can find almost any garment that you need to build and expand a collection. So how do you as a brand owner choose what's gonna work best for your brand? Let's head on over to Aimee, who is a designer with AS Color, to find out options you should consider to build out a collection, especially when you're on a budget. And she's gonna be sharing how to build out your merchandise and your collections by choosing different products. You're gonna wanna take some notes on this.
I pulled it together in like quite a nice little color palette for a start. And then, you're gonna start with a t-shirt, right? I've pulled out a really new style for us. It's the men's faded heavy tee. It's a garment dyed tee, and it's coming in about 7 different colors. So it's got that quite that cool streetwear vibe with the drop shoulders, and it's a little bit more boxy and like oversized. So that would be like a brilliant starting point. From there you can layer it up with your, got some relaxed shorts here. Another news.
These are very relaxed.
Yeah, they're very relaxed. Yeah. Again, they're
shorts,
kind of like, I picked pieces here that are along that boxy vibe, oversized, streety vibe. So these are quite a wide leg. And then you can team it up with, in a matching color, or we have a good selection of colors.
Nice.
The men's relaxed hood.
So if somebody doesn't know how to dress themselves or really merchandise their brand, the idea is if you go for a relaxed look, go for the relaxed product line.
That's right,
if you go for the streetwear look, go for the streetwear products, right?
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah,
if you like the classic look, go for the classic.
Go for the classic look, yeah, and then you get the t-shirt, the long sleeve, it's all in that fabric weight, and especially for the men's, the cut it's a similar through that line of product. Yeah.
So then over here on this side, is the idea for the products that you chose here, these can all work together?
Yeah, just to add some accessories in on the end. So we've got quite a, we've got an extensive range of caps and hat beanies, and then our bags as well. So I pulled out, it's a cotton canvas duffel bag. Again, you can embellish that up, get your branding on there. Yeah, just really like flesh out your range.
Blanks are going to be a tool that you use to help you get from your idea to a reality. But in order for you to stand out, you need to be able to create designs that people actually want to pay money for. This means that you should be using wholesale blanks like a canvas and choosing the best pieces to build out your collection. In a related video that we linked in the cards up above, we actually dive into a detailed video to help you do this. Because once you flesh out those concepts, the next thing you need to do is get to printing. But there are a variety of printing methods available. So let's check out the most popular options you have and actually discuss some of the limitations you may encounter with graphic designs when using blanks. Joining us is Isaac, who's a customer experience manager for AS Color. Isaac is in charge of making sure that every product before it gets into production is ready for print production, meaning you as a customer aren't going to have any issues pressing, printing, embroidering, or doing any type of embellishment work on it. His job really dives into the R&D and working with print shops to ensure they bring the best products to market. So there's a thing or two that you're going to be able to get to learn from him, so make sure you're ready to take some notes.
So I think one of the real important things is to make sure that when you do come up with your designs, you're working with like a good trusted brander that will know and be able to collaboratively work through, where's the best option to put your design, because you're not necessarily always going to get, say, that design on like a sleeve pocket or on a sleeve or anything like that. So yeah, working with a good brander is key there. And this is kind of like a go-to for majority of things, or pretty much everything. So yeah, obviously there's got some nice access at the bottom of the garment, so you can kind of get in there. We got an embroidery kind of left chest, which is obviously, it's a good fabric to embroider because it's nice and heavy. Once you kind of get into the thinner fabrics, you do kind of get a little bit of puckering when you are doing embroidery on those lighter fabrics, and we even gave it a little test run on the back for a screen print. So big access up the back, and obviously a massive print surface.
So you can fit the platen right in there. And
you can, nice and easy.
You could screen print it, press it, possibly DTG it.
Yeah, definitely. Something on this is obviously a little easier than like a black garment, but you could definitely give it a go and DTG it. But majority of people with a product like this and a fabric would just probably run a screen print, a transfer or an embroidery.
What are some common methods of ways that you've seen customers really embellish these shorts?
Yeah, I think the good thing about shorts is I think majority of like a lot of the time people will go just top half. You know, it'll be the t-shirts, the hoods, the hats, etc. But I think, yeah, with our wide range and having shorts as an offering, it is a really cool way to kind of customize something for your brand or your company or whoever it may be. So we just got a few examples here of the beach short and the walk short, which I know are huge sellers in pretty much every region. We've got a few transfers that we've kind of put bottom left, and then one a little bit higher closer to the pocket, which kind of, yeah, just gives it a bit more. And obviously, you know, it's a real kind of good additional piece that you can kind of incorporate into your range. And that's, you know, it's definitely not limited to just these styles of branding. Obviously you can do embroidery, screen print really well and screen print really easily, because obviously the access on the shorts are a lot easier than, you know, some of the products. So yeah, definitely like just a different dimension that you can kind of throw in there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I, obviously on these examples it's a little more minimal, but like you said, you got the whole back or a big part of the sleeve, or you even have a transfer here on the back.
Yeah, the little sneaky one on the back. So
little details really elevate your product line though. As you can see, you could quickly expand your product collection using wholesale blanks, but there is a downside, and mainly it's the ability to choose a specific color for your blank. Wholesale companies generally choose colors that are guaranteed to sell through. At least that's the goal that any company has. Because when you're doing business globally like AS Color is, this means that there are millions of dollars sitting in inventory at any given time in every single warehouse. And if they can't sell it, they risk going out of business. So as a brand owner, using blanks is your upside, because by working with a blank supplier, you aren't tying up that large amount of cash on inventory that you're waiting to receive from a manufacturer. You're simply stocking what you think is gonna sell, and if you oversell it, you could just reorder it from the wholesale company. And an interesting thing that Larry shared with me was that they aren't the manufacturer of their products either, but instead they work with quality suppliers globally, and they're actually focused on designing and development of those products that they create. Hear what he had to say about that and why your brand should take a similar approach. Was there a reason that you guys didn't go into cutting and sewing yourself?
Because of the scale of our range, it allows us to do that. If you look at most of the other kind of t-shirt companies, they're kind of pegged to one type of fabric, where we can, you know, adapt different fabrics with different factories. And we've decided to spend our resources on the logistics side, where they outsource their logistics. We control and own our logistics. So we're kind of the reverse flip of what the other t-shirt companies do in the industry. So, you know, we outsource manufacturing, but we control our distribution. So and we've got that direct relationship with our customers, giving us new ideas for new products and developing new things. And that's how we've got a wider range, by having that structure.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So you're really about the customer versus about the little details in manufacturing. The details in manufacturing are taken care of through your design and what you guys are doing to make it high standard, but you're focused on getting the best product out to
we're focused on the customer, what they're demanding, the quality, and getting the customer's orders quickly and accurately to them.
So if a customer's order comes for New Zealand, it's getting packed here.
Yeah, so if you order from the New Zealand website, this order comes here. If you order from ascolor.com, that will go, you can choose which warehouse you want to select from, and that order will go to that warehouse. We need the warehouses close to the customer so they get it within 1 or 2 days.
Got it.
So that's key, because our customers want everything quick. They want it fast. It's for a print job, or, you know, an event, or for their clothing brand, so they want it quickly and accurately. So all the warehouses are in their local market.
An order just came in.
Yeah, so basically, as your order comes down from the website, comes into the warehouse, it'll send the order into the warehouse control system that runs this 20,000 tote multi-shuttle system. And basically, this is someone's order getting picked right now. The software is sequencing up your order all into perfect size. So when you open the box, you know, your black 2XLs at the bottom, then your extra large, then your large, then your medium. So it's all in perfect sequence. So it's pretty impressive. It can sequence up to like a 500 line order and present it in your box all in perfect order.
Incredible.
Which is pretty clever. Basically, there's no plastic packaging in any of our supply chain. We removed all plastic. So as you can see in here, the product is sitting in raw format, because we run our own warehouses. Everything's very clean, very tidy. So that's mean we've eliminated, you know, millions of plastic bags that never required, which we're very proud of.
So right here, this is somebody's order in this box?
Yeah, this is someone's order in the box. So it's getting picked here, and then once the order is finished, it goes into this tote here, and that goes down a lift down to the packing bench down there to be packed.
What is she doing right here? Why is she taking stuff out?
Instead, this is someone's order, so it's saying we need one large black classic tee right now. It's now saying we need one medium black large, and so basically it's just sequencing up the order, and basically once the order is completed, which will be in a few minutes probably, that order gets put into this tote here.
And this is the tote that goes to the
shipping? Yeah, that goes down for shipping, yeah.
Interesting, wow, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah, because the pickers just want to be picking and not interrupted by packing. Some companies you might be 2 days behind, so it's, you're in a 2-day queue before the order gets processed. We're getting orders out within 30 minutes, from the order coming in, so we're on top of the orders the whole time.
Incredible. And
we're working long shifts. We finished at 10 o'clock, so we've cleared all those orders that have come in while people are at home on the couch ordering. We're packing those orders and getting them out instantly to the customer.
Very cool. Incredible. By focusing on design, development, and marketing of the blanks, they could put the money that they would be spending on running a manufacturer into the logistics of the business. And it also allows them to expand into new product categories really fast. But as a brand owner, working with a wholesale company definitely puts you at a risk for delayed shipments and quality control, which is why I was personally amazed by the level of detail Larry and the AS Color team has put into their operation. This is literally something I've never seen done at a wholesale company before. From the automation at every single level to the customer touch point, it truly shows the commitment that they have to their product. But how does this translate to you as a brand owner? For one, you can count on their quality standards to translate to the products that you purchase. In addition to this, the stock levels they have on their site are more accurate than the competition. Oftentimes when you work with a wholesale company that outsources the distribution of their blanks, it causes inaccurate inventory levels to be listed on sites. Since they're not actually the ones managing the floor, it could be anyone's guess how much of a product is actually in stock. And usually they don't find out until you place an order, and then they end up seeing that they don't have any more in the box. And then you end up getting that dreaded out of stock notification. But with the system AS Color has invested into, it accounts for every single order in real time. And you guys are getting an inside look into how a global business operates. And I was truly amazed by this. This is only one facility of 5 distribution centers that they operate globally. With a footprint in every major market, they're accessible to most clothing entrepreneurs. But with these blanks readily available, how can you as a brand owner stand out? I want you to listen in onto the founding story of Larry and how he started this business in order to give you insight into how you should think about approaching business and positioning your brand. What inspired you launching your own blank? I think we were talking about it offline. You were at a trade show, you were at some shows, and you noticed that sponsored writers weren't even worth.
So there's a few things that kind of triggered the moment in my head that there was a business here in New Zealand doing blank apparel. And I think, all the professional athletes were wearing plain t-shirts. We'd go to the trade shows and they were paid lots of money, but they were all wearing they just wanted to wear plain white t-shirts. And that was a common trend I saw. And then also, when I first started, I was a distributor for All Style Apparel. AS Color came a little bit later on in the journey. All Style Apparel at that time was making all the t-shirts for these skate brands and all the surf action sports industry. And so that's kind of the thing that led me into the t-shirt industry, was that progression from seeing the brands I was working for using All Style Apparel, and then that progressed me into this industry now.
Incredible. So you were saying, wait, we have all these international companies and they're all using a blank as their like product line.
Yeah, everyone thinks they make their own t-shirt, but they don't actually make their own t-shirt. They're just using, a blank apparel supplier like AS Color to do their t-shirt for them.
Incredible, incredible. So that sparked an idea, and then the founding story. Did you just buy 100,000 units out the gate? You said, let's go, or how?
No,
I
did lots of research. Like, I started speaking to screen printers locally. A friend of mine was in a famous New Zealand band, and he was, looking for t-shirts for his band, and they couldn't really find a good quality blank for their band, and that really sparked me thinking into this. Like, it was really just people fighting over the price at the bottom, and it was just poor quality. And I thought, there's a market here. If I started bringing these t-shirts in from the United States to New Zealand, I think there's an opportunity there, and I just kept researching it. And then eventually, though, you got to have that leap of faith. And so I hired this little warehouse. It was like about 3,000 square feet. The roof I could pretty much touch with my hand. And I brought, I think the first, you fit about 20,000 t-shirts in a container. So I brought a 20-foot container of t-shirts in from California, and got the little racking in and racked it and set up a little, we didn't have online, there was no e-commerce back then, but we had a little website, and orders started to get faxed in or emailed in, and we'd pack them every day, and we'd be excited if the phone rang. I think I can remember, 5 packages going out in the first first few days, and that was exciting. Actually, someone wants to buy something from us. That's awesome. So yeah, it's exciting times when you're starting a business. It's cool.
Incredible, incredible. And at this point, you're in your mid-20s, or?
No, I just turned 30.
You just turned 30. Wow, that's a pivotal moment, right?
Yeah. So I just turned 30. I hadn't had kids yet, so that'd be my tip. If you're going to start a business, go for it before you get kids, because that's another commitment that that's a lot of work once you got children. So I was in my 30s, and I decided this was what we're going to do. We're going to take a risk and go for it.
Incredible, incredible. And then right now you guys have 17, 19 stores in New Zealand? How many?
Yeah, we got 15 stores in New Zealand, 9 in Australia, and 1 in the UK.
Wow, so you got close to, what is it?
25.
25 retail stores internationally.
Yeah.
Incredible. And obviously the brand AS Color is, like, what you guys put into it is the quality, the premium, the little details that are gonna make it a cut above the rest.
Yeah, so we're not interested about making a cheap t-shirt. We're just interested in making a high quality premium blank apparel product for our customers to use.
Incredible. So it didn't always start that way. You didn't start with 17 retail stores. You had to start with 1, right?
No, it's a long journey to get to where, it's 18 years to get to that. So, there's no switch you click and it all just happens. It takes time, it's hard work, and a lot of grafting and, slowly building and investing in new products. So it's taken 18 years to get AS Color to the range it is now. We didn't start with a range like this. We were lucky to be able to, pay the bills in the first couple of years.
Right, so how long ago did this location open?
So we built this 3 years ago and opened about 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And then we've just opened the new North Carolina warehouse, which is 240,000 square feet. And then we've got Carson, California, which is around 100,000 square feet. And then we just moved early this year to a new UK warehouse. That's going to really help us, supply the UK market. And about 3 years ago, we moved to about 200,000 square feet in Melbourne, Australia.
As you can see, there's a lot of details that go into a business like this, and not everyone is cut out for it. But luckily for you as a brand owner, you don't have to be. Because one of the biggest takeaways from what I experienced here was in finding your core competency of what you could be the greatest at. For Larry and the AS Color team, it was about creating a better product offering for the wholesale market, and more specifically for the streetwear niche. They were able to compete by bringing a higher quality product to market and making it accessible to brands globally through a powerful logistics system. What you decide to compete as a brand owner is what's gonna separate you from everyone else. Will it be your graphic designs, your ability to market, your ability to brand or advertise? Whatever it may be, the Wholesale Blank should be the product that you start with to prove out your business model. And once you get flowing and those sales start pouring in, you can take the risk in actually manufacturing larger quantities to have more control and better margins. So if you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the post notification bells for the next video a part of this series. And while you're at it, check out the AS Color website that we linked in the description right down below to start ordering your blanks. And if you missed our previous video where we walk you through the business model that AS Color has and show you that not all cotton is made the same, check out that video here and I'll see you guys there.